Angelo, what other bits are customers putting onto their cars? Because that also makes up a big portion of payload.
It does. So everyone naturally upgrades their front bumper to a bull bar when they're travelling off-road. Average bull bars can range anywhere from aluminium to steel, and on average about 50 kilos for a bull bar.
Yep.
That's ballpark figure.
Yep.
Whether you add root protection and side rails, that can obviously change more. A winch, now not all customers go for a winch, but on average, winches, you can find the specs on a website, but you're talking 37 kilos on average by the time you include control box, cabling, the rope, steel ropes obviously more. I'm talking about a Dyneema rope.
Yeah.
So 37 kilos there. A set of spotlights, a set of driving lights is on average about 10 kilos. We've also got rhino rack platform. You've got a roof rack, on average that's about 20 kilos installed. Then you're going to add accessories like max tracks and the brackets to hold them in. Now, a set of max tracks weighs 8 kilos per max tracks. Now, say for instance you do all 4, that's an extra 16 kilos you're adding to the roof and to the car. We also got the roof light bar, which is quite common. There's another 10 kilos, and then say for instance you guys add an awning. Now, 270-degree awning is, what are we talking, 25 kilos on average, but can range up even higher depending on the brand. All up, that's another 170 kilos of gross weight you've just added to your payload.
So it's massive. So even if you're talking a 79 series, for example, that's running a GVM upgrade, all right, with a bar, a roof rack, even a long-range tank. You know, you throw another long-range tank in there on top of the standard 130 litres, you know, another 40 odd kilos just for the second long-range tank. You know, so once you start adding everything up, you've then got rooftop tents that's going to range anywhere from 70 to 130 kilos. You know, on average, if you took it at 90 kilos for a rooftop tent, you're talking over half a tonne of just accessories. Now, you start going through, and Brent, you see a lot of vehicles come through the workshop.
Yep.
Everything from side steps to towing mirrors, everything like that. There's a lot of other bits and pieces that people carry, and to be honest, majority of it they need.
True.
You know, so a lot of the stuff from our side of things, and a bit of a highlight to our engineering and design team, is to try and make our products as light as possible so the customer can carry more. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
You know, we say to customers all the time, you won't save 200 kilos in one hit, but you'll save 20 kilos 10 times. And having that theory or that sort of mindset when you are setting up a touring vehicle, it makes a massive difference. Like, we've got some products here from Camp Boss today, like their Boss Ring. Now, I know Jace and the team at Camp Boss have done a hell of a lot of touring, and I could guarantee they all know how much your gear adds up to. So something like Camp Boss's aluminium Boss Ring to replace your old snatch block, the weight difference is massive. Now, you do that over a snatch block, plus your recovery hitch, plus 2, I know even I used to carry 4 of the big steel shackles, compared to the new Boss, the new soft shackles, massive difference, you know, and that carries through on everything from tools to everything that you're carrying. When you are setting up a touring vehicle, there's always the old what if items. Do you know what I mean? If you do get yourself into trouble,
Yeah.
you know, there's gear that you want to carry with you. I know I used to always carry a 15-inch shifter with me, right? Along with smaller ones, but that 15-inch shifter, there was only once that I ever used it on a 10-month trip around Australia, and the nut on my tow ball was coming loose. If I didn't have it, I probably would have got myself into a fair bit of trouble. That's all. So what other sort of items are we carrying with us? Things like a camp oven, right? Now, how many of you guys are carrying a camp oven with you? So,
Cast iron.
yeah, like, I always had a cast iron one. Never really thought much about it, but you throw a cast iron one in compared to a spun steel one, right? We just happened to mine the Camp Boss All-Through Venture one. But the weight difference between that compared to a cast iron one, it's massive. You know, and I always used to carry a fry pan around with me as well. You see how cooked the lid of mine is. I don't carry a fry pan with me anymore. I now use the lid of my camp oven as a fry pan. So it adds up quick. And that's one thing we want to try and highlight in this video.